This is the Assistant Professor of Biomedical Engineering Department in SNS College of Technology. In this video, we are going to see about the PN junction diode. This is an electronic device and circuits course, and this we are going to see about the PN junction diode. What is a PN junction diode? The combination of P-type and an N-type semiconductor combined together to form a PN junction diode. It is N-type is a impure form of semiconductor and P is a N is a impure form of semiconductor and P is a pure form of semiconductor. These two semiconductors combine together to form the the PN junction diode. Fundamentals and biomedical applications. We are going to see about the fundamentals and the biomedical applications, how the PN junction diode is working and how the biomedical application it leads to. And the second one is understanding semiconductor physics. The master P-type and the N-type doping mechanisms. How does the doping mechanisms takes place? And the third one is analyzing junction behaviors. P and N combined together, we will get a small junction layer, right? We are going to analyze what junction behavior it works. Exploring depletion region and a barrier potential. That region is called a depletion region or a barrier potential. And the fourth one is applying to the medical devices. How PN junction is applied to the medical devices and what application it is specifically used for. Connecting theory to biosensors and diagnostic tools. Okay, then design practical circuits. By using these parameters, we can design a practical circuit which implementing the rectification and the signal processing. Okay, PN junction diode, where we are going to see the fundamentals and the biomedical applications and understanding the semiconductor physics with the master P-type and the N-type doping mechanisms and analyzing the junction behavior. The P and N junction we are going to analyze that. And then after analyzing this, we are going to apply it to the medical devices. Okay, what all the medical devices can be developed and what diagnostic tools it is used for. And finally, and we are going to make a design for it. We are going to apply it for a device and then we are going to design a electronic circuit with the help of the PN junction diode. Okay, why PN junction diode matters in healthcare? What is the use of PN junction diode? Okay, see, generally the working of PN junction diode is we have P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor combined together to form the PN junction diode, where the P-type is a majority carriers and N-type is a minority carriers, where we give a forward bias, that is a positive voltage to the P-type. Electron hole recombination occurs over there, right? Electron and we have electrons in the holes in the P-type and electrons in the N-type. The electron and hole each attracts together and we get a layer. Okay, we get a layer called in between the P-type and N-type, layer called a depletion region or a barrier potential. Okay, fine. This is how the working of PN junction diode takes place. How does it helps in the medical electronics, in healthcare specifically? PN junction diodes forms the foundations of nearly every biomedical electronic devices, from pacemakers to pulse oximeters. These semiconductor components enables precise signal processing, power regulation and sensing capabilities essentially for patient care. What it is specifically telling is that the PN junction diode from the foundation, it nearly helps in biomedical electronic devices, from pacemakers to pulse oximeters, where pulse oximeters are also made up of the PN junction diode, the pacemakers even. These semiconductor components which enables precise signal processing, power regulation and sensing capabilities essentially for patient care, which is specifically for patient care. Who benefits this? We are developing a device. With the help of this, who is going to benefit? Patients requiring continuous monitoring, clinically performing diagnostics. Clinicians who is performing diagnostic, who analyzes what kind of disease is that, they use this device. And medical device manufacturers developing life-saving technologies. Who benefits these PN junction diode? The patients requiring continuous monitoring, the elderly patients or the patients who are very ill, to be monitored day by day or minute by minute, right? For them, the PN junction diode helps in daily monitoring, continuous monitoring. Clinicians, that means the doctors who are performing diagnostics, who analyzes, who diagnoses what kind of disease or issues or symptoms the patients have. By using this PN junction diode, they analyze that. And then the medical device manufacturers developing life-saving technologies. They develop the life-saving technology with the help of PN junction diode. Okay. How does the cost of the device be? Will be the feasible or it is more costly? We'll see that. Without reliable diode-based circuits, medical devices would lack the precision needed for accurate diagnostics. Okay? Without reliable diode-based circuits, the medical devices would lack in precision. That is the accuracy. How accurate the diagnostic? If the doctor analyzes or the diagnosis the symptoms clearly, and then if it is analyzed very clearly, unless and until it is analyzed clearly, that treatment will not be given to the patient in early stage. Okay, for this diode based circuit is very helpful in understanding or in analyzing or in effectively giving the diagnostic system for the patients, potentially compromising patient safety and treatment outputs. It will not compromise the patient safety. Okay, the diodes will be very helpful in analyzing the patient safeties also, and treatment outcomes. What kind of treatment to be given, and if the treatment is given, is it very effective? Okay, we'll be analyzing that. Generally, the PN junction diodes is mainly used in the medical devices like pacemakers and pulse oximeters. These semiconductor components are very precise in signal processing, okay, power regulations and sensing capabilities. These are how the PN junction diode is helpful in medical devices. Thank you.